Did the Bible predict modern physics? Could ancient scripture harbor glimpses of knowledge that align with some of the most groundbreaking discoveries of modern physics? From the concept of the expanding universe to the fundamental laws of thermodynamics, from the mystery of unseen matter to the nature of time and eternity, and even to the creative power of the spoken word. Some believe the Bible offers poetic reflections of truths that modern science began to uncover only centuries later. Is this coincidence, metaphor, or could it point toward a greater dialogue between faith and science? In today's documentary-style exploration, we'll dive deep into these questions. This video isn't about proving or discrediting either perspective. It's about discovering how ancient wisdom can complement and inspire our understanding of the universe. The Bible was written thousands of years ago, long before the rise of modern scientific inquiry. Its primary purpose has always been spiritual, offering guidance, inspiration, and reflections on the human relationship with God. However, throughout history, some faith-based thinkers have found surprising parallels between scripture and scientific discoveries. The remarkable interplay between these two fields doesn't suggest that the Bible is a scientific textbook. Instead, it inspires us to ask whether certain verses contain insights that resonate with modern physics. Consider the expanding universe, the decay of the cosmos, the unseen forces shaping reality, and the mystery of time itself. Could these concepts, made clear through centuries of human exploration, have echoes in ancient scripture? Let's begin by examining the first topic, the expanding universe. The expanding universe is among the most extraordinary discoveries of the 20th century. In the early 1900s, astronomers like Edwin Hubble provided evidence that galaxies are moving away from one another, suggesting that the universe itself is stretching outward and has been doing so since the moment of the Big Bang. This discovery forever changed our understanding of the cosmos. Now let's turn to the Bible. In Isaiah 40:22, the prophet describes God as the one who stretches out the heavens like a canopy. This phrase, written thousands of years ago, might seem metaphorical on the surface, but its resonance with the concept of cosmic expansion is striking. The word stretching closely aligns with the stretching of space that modern physics has observed. Could Isaiah's poetic language be an ancient attempt to describe the vastness and dynamism of the universe? While skeptics may see this as coincidence, others believe such verses offer indirect glimpses of truths that science only recently uncovered. Visualize it for a moment. The universe, once concentrated into an unimaginably dense point, suddenly bursting forth into the cosmic expanse we now observe. As we marvel at the scale of the expanding universe, Isaiah's words take on new depth. One of the foundational principles in modern physics is the second law of thermodynamics. This law explains entropy, the natural tendency in the universe toward disorder and decay. Scientists believe that over time, the universe is becoming less ordered, steadily moving toward a final state of exhaustion, sometimes called heat death. What's fascinating is how closely this mirrors poetic descriptions in the Bible. Psalm 102:25-26 says, "In the beginning, you laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands. They will perish, but you remain. They will all wear out like a garment. Like clothing, you will change them, and they will be discarded." The imagery here is noteworthy. The heavens wearing out like a garment aligns with the scientific understanding that the universe is not eternal in its current form, but is instead winding down over time. While the psalmist wasn't writing about thermodynamic laws, the parallels provoke deep thought about the natural decay of all things compared to the enduring nature of God. Is it possible that the ancient authors of Scripture were grappling with profound truths about the universe's impermanence? Truths that science would formalize in equations centuries later? Modern cosmology introduces us to another great mystery, dark matter. Scientists believe this invisible substance makes up most of the universe, yet it remains undetectable except through its effects on gravity. By observing the movement of stars and galaxies, physicists have concluded that visible matter accounts for only a fraction of what's truly out there. The Bible, too, speaks of the invisible in profound ways. Hebrews 11:3 says, "By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible." This poetic description echoes the fundamental idea that much of the universe's structure, indeed its very creation, rests on things we cannot see. While Scripture's intent is theological rather than scientific, the parallels here are difficult to ignore. Could this reference to the unseen be an ancient acknowledgement of the mysterious forces shaping our cosmos? What's compelling is how much of the Bible speaks to spiritual realities that humans cannot physically observe, similar to how much of the universe operates beyond what our eyes can detect. These verses invite us to ponder the vast gaps in human knowledge and how faith might intersect with discovery. Time, as it turns out, might not be as linear as it seems. Albert Einstein's theories of relativity taught us that time is flexible, relative to space and motion. Near the speed of light, time can slow down dramatically, and in the presence of powerful gravitational forces, it can warp. To science, time is not an eternal constant. It is dynamic, tied to the fabric of the physical universe. At the same time, the Bible describes God's relationship to time in fascinating ways. Psalm 94 reflects, "1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night." Similarly, 2 Peter 3:8 says, "With the Lord a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day." These scriptures present God as existing beyond the confines of time, a concept that resonates with the way modern physics suggests time may behave outside our earthly experience. If time is part of the created universe, perhaps it too is subject to the divine Creator's control. Science and faith may use different languages to describe this profound mystery, but both hint at something extraordinary. Time, as we experience it, is not the full picture. Eternity lies far outside our grasp. Let there be light. With these words recorded in Genesis 1:3, the Bible portrays God as speaking creation into existence. In this moment, the divine word transforms chaos into order, bringing energy and light into being. Science shows us that sound waves can exert energy and even influence matter. While we don't equate divine speech with human sound waves, there is a poetic richness to the idea of words as transformative forces. Scripture attributes immense creative power to God's spoken word, and modern physics highlights energy as the building block of creation. Is it possible to see these two perspectives as reflections of the same truth? That energy, whether physical or spiritual, has the power to create, sustain, and transform. When Genesis speaks of creation through the Word, it invites us to imagine the boundless power of divine command and its echo in the scientific principles of energy. After exploring these remarkable parallels, Isaiah's stretching of the heavens, Psalm 102's garment-like decay of the cosmos, Hebrews' unseen forces, the timelessness of God, and the Genesis moment of spoken creation, we're left with an important question. Are these overlaps coincidence, metaphor, or genuine insight? Some may see them as poetic expressions that happen to align with modern physics. Others view them as evidence that the Bible contains eternal truths, glimpses of a divine intellect that transcends human understanding. It's crucial to acknowledge that Scripture was never intended as a scientific manual. Its primary purpose is spiritual, offering guidance and wisdom for living in relationship with God. Yet these intersections remind us that seeking truth, whether through science, faith, or both, is a journey that can inspire awe and wonder. Our exploration today is not about drawing hard conclusions, but about sparking curiosity. The universe is astonishingly vast, mysterious, and intricate, and the Bible invites us to view it with reverence. Similarly, science helps us uncover the remarkable details of God's creation, from the workings of galaxies to the unseen forces that bind reality. As faith-based viewers, let us embrace this dialogue between Scripture and discovery. The goal is not debate, but a deeper appreciation for the tapestry of knowledge, from the spiritual to the scientific. What do you think? Are these parallels coincidental, or do they whisper of a greater truth? Share your thoughts, and let's continue this journey of reflection together. God's creation, and the pursuit of understanding it, remains a profound gift,